Hello, this is Alan Fung from Team Shockwave. We have here a deck profile from Thomas Dean. Before we start, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the issue that we had. Since I'm recording, I'm telling you the deck profile. It's because my video didn't work out so well. There was no audio. I noticed it as soon as I went back to my hotel and with all these videos, so I'm commentating over it. So it's kind of neat. It's a new thing. So let's start it off. We got the 3 Angelis right here. He played 3 Angelis because it's Angeli. He likes it because it avoids the bottomless trap hole as well. Very interesting, I guess. I'm sure you know the Angeli play. Get the Angeli, bring out the Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake banishes the Angeli to bring out the Gelato, which he's going to pop up really soon. Right there. The whole point of Madeline now has changed to just summoning Madeline to get the Angeli to the hand. So that starts the play rolling. Again, it's Angeli into Hoot Cake, banishing Angeli to get the Gelato. Here's the Hoot Cake. It targets the monster and banish. It gets it out. This guy is just so good, or girl, I guess, depending on how you look at an owl. Right, Parker? So yeah, Hoot Cake. It creates a lot of plays. Mewfew, even better. If you get the Mewfew to get out the Angeli to get the Hoot Cake, what you can do is then Mewfew can overlay with the Hoot Cake to get out the Leviair, bring back the Angeli onto the field, and then overlay into Tiramisu. So that's a very good play. So if you stop the Mewfew, it basically stops almost an entire play, unless they already had a huge setup. Next we have here, I guess the quote-unquote tech of the weekend for him was the Ice Hand Fire Hands. Although everyone expects it, he said that it did a lot of work against a lot of players because they didn't expect the Ice Hand Fire Hand. Instead, they thought they were just gonna, set his monsters because he couldn't get over certain things. However, it was all a lie, and he's an Ice Hand and Fire Hand. He plays the two Maxis mained. He loved the Maxi for specific reasons, just because it slows the opponent down. The Luminas, the Sylvans, and different things like that, they start triggers so they can actually really see what's going to happen. He plays the 2 MSTs for problematic Backrows. He says that a lot of people just don't see it coming. It's just kind of like how Royal Decrees are in, but people think that the MSTs are out. However, he still plays the MSTs. In his build, he says that he likes the instant fusions because he likes using the mind control, taking their monster and then instant fusioning, grabbing their monster for free overlay and going right into Exciton. He really loves his Exciton. He plays the 1 ticket and the 2 Chateau. Very standard within the Madolche decks. Some people like the 2 tickets just in case they MST it. The ticket is pretty nutty. I've always had issues with it, so I've actually had a few things where I just don't even bother attacking to their Madolche monster and just kind of let them attack into me instead, so that they don't search off the cards they need during my turn. I always find the Chateau with a 500 boost a huge issue for me. That extra 500 does create a lot of problems. He played the 1 Black Wolf Hornet Heaven, helped out a lot for him. I think he said he would rather play 2. He has 2 Phoenix Chains. Again, this deck isn't one of those super fast ones. It's one of those slower ones, stop their plays and then go off next turn. So it needs like a 1 or 2 turn setup before they can actually do OTKs or anything like that. I believe this is also his first deck profile on a major channel, so he's kind of a little nervous. He talks a lot about his deck. He also compared himself to the other Madolche player. He has 2 Deep Prisons for the hands and even Madolche mirror matches in case certain things happen. So, banishing things, Stardust, Spark Dragons, certain things like that. It creates a lot of issues for the opponent. The other thing is actually just the key. Yeah, never mind about that. We have the Palooza, the one of. I think this is where he goes into the one of traps. Pulse, It's very good against like Seas monsters. Torrential, obvious. Boundless, Solemn Warning. Very good staple cards. Although I do opt out of playing Solemn Warnings. And then he goes into the MVP of his deck, as it says. Got Trap Stuns. With Madolche now turning into an OTK deck, the Trap Stuns create a lot of havoc on your opponent. He says that the MSTs on the Chateaus save him from the MSTs from this, also from the Phoenix Chain as well. So they would MST their field cards and their tickets, and therefore allowing him to use Phoenix Chains and different traps like that. That's actually more important to him. Then he goes to the extra deck. Here we go. He has these guys. He doesn't have the Camion Wizard, he says. He's avoid Fallen Chapel. However, he likes these guys just because it's Earth, so he gets them out. Alucard. He said he went into that a few times. Levier. That's like two. He plays two Leviers is because it goes into that card so often. Then he goes into the Invoker. He went into it a few times. However, he didn't like it too much. But it did create some plays, so he was kind of iffy about that. You can see his hand shaking like that. I was like, I didn't know about it, or something like that. But again, the ARG was this weekend, so I don't remember too much. Then you have the number 80, Rhapsody. He said that it did pretty well. However, there was many plays that he would rather go into, and he also went into Tiramisu and went to Opion and ran over it. And this card was the worst card in his deck. He would actually burn it or something like that. I forget what it said. It was kind of funny, because not a lot of cards have changed attacks anymore. Then he played the Cowboy. I think he won him one game, so it didn't do too well. Dweller is a very good card. However, Personally, I feel like it isn't too good of a card, but he said it did pretty well for him, especially with the Ice Hand and overlaying, things like that. Black Ship of Corn? What Black Corn of Ship? Is it Black Ship of Corn? Okay, I forget. I want an Ultra one, but yeah, it did pretty well against him, for him. I'm sure he didn't go too often to it. He got this, Steel Swarm Exciton Knights. He didn't go often into it because of he always had the hand advantage with the Madolche tickets in the Chateau, so he always had it. And then the MVP for the extra deck, there's the Queen. Again, with allowing the plays of the Levier and the Queen, allowing him to OTK potentials. Then he got the Needle Stealing, which was very amazing. He killed a lot of monsters, people overextending. You could just set the Ice Hand, Fire Hands. It allowed a lot of, it stopped your opponent just like in mid play, especially with the Lumina into something else. It was just Needle Stealing. Full House, he said, was the worst card possible in this format, so he just did not like it. Mind Crush was very good in this event, especially since this event you can take down notes just like the Magic the Gathering. So allowing them to see the hands, it would give you some advantage and information of what is face down or what could be possible. Then you have the Black Horn of Heaven. He said he would rather have that mained than sided, so next time he'll know. We have the Light Imprisoning Mirrors for the Light Sworns and the Soul Drains for Dragon Ruler, same thing with the Debunks. It also kills Dark Worlds, which is very important. Dark Hole, he said that it was mediocre. We probably would have made it mained, but siding it was good enough for him. And it definitely creates a lot of OTK potential, especially allowing it. And you got the M1 MST, the siding, and the 2 DD Crows. He liked it. I mean, it's a monster fodder, and he thinks that it's like very, very good this format as well. I think that's all the video, unless there's a few more minutes. I think he talks a little bit more about his matchups after this. I forget a lot of the details. Yeah. Any words on the Madolche's, Parker?
Oh, it looks pretty standard build from, like, last time I saw the Madolche deck profile was the one I got from Crystal Pond over at YCS Philly when he won that. And it was, the main deck was very similar with the hands and everything. Mm-hmm. But the side deck, he actually did, side deck did a little bit change compared to Chris and with Thomas here. But other than that, it looks pretty standard. I did see the lack of Ragnar Zero and Full House. I see not a lot of people playing that anymore, so I think he kind of learned that pretty late. But overall, he did pretty good making it to top 16 at ARG Philly.
Yeah, good job on his part. I think at this part right now, he's just talking a little bit more about certain side deck choices he didn't like too often. Full House and the MSTs, especially with the format changing a little bit. Less back rows with the Light Sworns around, and just OTK things like Sylvans and things like that. Just monsters summon spam. Oh, sorry, that was my finger. I think I was trying to tell him something, and then my hand just got in the way. He talks a little bit more about what his choices were, what he would have taken out. He also talked a little bit about Ragnar Zero earlier. You just noticed that he said that he just did not like that at all. I love his trap stuns and things like that. Like half his extra deck he never even went into just because he didn't need to. I mean, it's Levier Queen, right? Levier Queen, bounce everything, OTK, woo!
Right. So I think that's pretty much it for the video. This is Parker and Alan signing out.
Peace.